Hello, YouTube family channel. Uh, I know it has been a long time in between videos, and I'm gonna make this all up to you guys, but I'm gonna start today. I figured in the meantime, I can at least do videos where we just chat, not on the live yet, but in time. But just to kind of give you an update of this twin flame journey that I have experienced. Because I'm sure that a lot of you that will end up hanging out, following along, will come across these paths and it will be good confirmation for you. So to start, video from the camera is hard for me. And so that has added to the issue with making videos. I fumble, I mumble. So I'm going to do my best to get through this and just give you guys some information today. I had really inspiring food for thought from some of the tarot readers lately that I tune in and listen to get guidance and confirmation when I'm just blocked by the spirits and getting my own answers, or I think maybe just trying to dig too deep. And the information I'm trying to provide for you guys, you are not privy to. And so a lot of times there's been a lot of videos I have uploaded. But anyhow, just to shout out to Enchanted Cottage 333. She goes by Auntie Karen. I just recently came across her, but I fucking love her. And she has tuned into two people that I really enjoy. One being Rich Lopp, Lopp, Rich, R-I-C-H. And he's a fellow Aquarian. For those of you that don't know, I am an Aquarius with Aquarius and Venus as well. I am also Capricorn rising and Scorpio moon. So I don't know. I feel like I got a pretty good mix going on there. But anyhow, I'm going to put in the description a list of tarot readers that have guided me along the way that are great for you guys to take note of and follow along as well, and I'm not posting anything, because there are so many of us out here that have great knowledge and information, and if you're pulled to them, take a look, take a peek. But one in particular I want to talk to you about today was Tyler's Tarot. He's a lot for some to handle, especially Aquarians, because he keeps it so real and blunt. But I love him. It's true, it's real. He's really tapped in like the rest that I have listened to. But he's, entertaining. They're all entertaining in their own way. So I would definitely check them out. But I made a manifestation today because my YouTube channel has been so slow. And, I've been simultaneously trying to get my music revamped through dealing with laryngitis. And that was another reason, or excuse not to do, these videos. I mean, a little bit of both, actually, But I'm doing the music. I started a movement I've mentioned called New Magic, the community project, and there is a website for it at New Magic, and there's no unique spelling. So New Magic, T for the C for community, P for project.com. And that is just bringing forth a whole lot. And just to say the details, just go check it out. My movement on it has been a bit of a pause because I've been bouncing around homeless, oftentimes without shelter, and so that's also been hard to upload videos and just have a comfortable environment to do it. Uploading videos from my phone, and anyone that's tried that, it takes a long time, and by the time I'm leaving to go take care of something else, it cancels the upload. So it's just been a struggle. I've been going through it like many of you have, probably for a good decade now, and even before then. But I am here, and I'm revamping everything and gonna do my part in my double mission here on this planet called Earth. So I may be all over the place, so please forgive me. Aquarians, we get thoughts in and out, which one do we grab? So I do want to point out Some other readers um, that I have received guidance from, again, Tyler's Tarot, Enchanted Cottage 333, Rich Lop, Soulful Revolution. She's great for healers and mystic healers and shamans and just people that are teachers in this path. Kate's Regretless Life. She tells great stories that I find to be quite resonating, even though she calls them stories. Cleopatra the Great, Tarot Chambers. She's fierce, but she's awesome. I love her. Infinite Love 1111. She's great. She really puts in work manifesting for people, for the collective. She'll spend a whole day manifesting, really just get the, great answers and downloads. JD's Tarot, he's awesome. Ali's Tarot, those are some of the high rollers for me. Again, I'll put them in the list in the description. So I started taking some notes from some of my readers, and I've been told for last year, journal. So I started journaling, and in my journaling and this path, I have been, just working on manifesting in different ways and approaches and seeing what works and what didn't work. And so today, at this point, I feel like I have got so much, under my belt with finding these keys to the manifesting. And I definitely need to tap into Rich Lops, because I'm sure he has a video I need to watch about manifesting, and I'm sure he has so much information to provide. I just wanted to kind of, as I think Aquarians, we just do this. You want to kind of give your go at it, and then, take other people's information and hints and clues and whatnot. And so what I came to was, always in the past when I write something down, the list of what I need to do for the day, it always, I'm able to maybe not always meet all the needs, but I check off a few of them, and it keeps my vibration high, keeps me focused and organized, and it seems to help with achieving goals. So what I would recommend is writing it down. Also check Richard Lopp's, because Rich Lopp, his video, just can't miss that, because I'm sure it's going to be great. So back to what I was saying, though, what I've practiced is writing it down, then picturing it. But I wasn't picturing it and feeling it. Just in my head is like, I felt like, oh, I'm seeing how it would feel, but I really wasn't like feeling it in my heart chakra. And when I realized that the twin flame that I have, she's an emotional manifester, where I'm a manifesting generator. If you don't know what those are, you should look them up, learn more about them. I realized that it's why we're counterparts. Like, she could bring that, but it's not something that I can't achieve, is what I figured. So when I started really feeling things, I would literally feel it in my heart chakra, and I realized my heart chakra was blocked, bigger than I thought it was. And then I would start to really feel my twin, and she's in Colombia, and I would really start to feel whatever she was going through with this high intensity. So anyhow, manifesting, write it down, picture it, feel it. You want your love language to feel a certain way. Picture that and putting it out there that that's the feeling that you want to feel in your next relationship. What I wasn't doing consistently was that, and what I wasn't doing consistently was making an offer or a sacrifice. And when I went back through time, when I had manifested before I really knew what manifesting was, I thought, a prayer or call out to the universe. I had the best outcomes when I sacrificed something. And the most ultimate sacrifice was when I got drunk one night, and drunk and high, just partying my butt off, and I got the spins. And I hate the spins because that results in me tossing my cookies. And so I was like, oh God, please take this away. If you take this away right now, I will stop smoking and drinking. And it went away like that. And I'm telling you, I kept waiting, like, oh shit, is it gonna come back? Is this a trick? It didn't. And so for 3 years, I stopped smoking and drinking. I just went hardcore, cold turkey with it. Smoking being ganja. So anyways, I made an offering. So now I've been revisiting that. And then following through on the sacrifice or the offering. I mean, even just as, something like, a papaya or something I really wanted to eat that day, making that offering with my manifestation, because it's something that I really wanted. And so, yeah, so following up and then just taking action, baby steps. Slow and steady wins the race is what I always heard since I was a kid, and that's what I would do. And so, and then leaps, taking leaps of faith where it felt appropriate. So today, all of that wrapped in one, that's what I did. So I was like, I got this song. It's called Not Ready. And I go by my middle name and my first name. So sorry, my first and middle name, Val Corinne, born Valerie Corinne. So look it up. Not Ready. It's on YouTube, but also other platforms like Amazon, iTunes. I could use the support if you like the song. I think you will. So check it out. But anyways, I said, how can I revamp this? It is a song I did it, I think like 3 years ago, but Aquarians were a little bit ahead of our time, right? So it still got longevity. I think it'd be, pretty much almost timeless in the club sense. And so it's kind of a club joint. And I said, how can I revamp this, and really give it the attention that I need to? And how can I manifest for this? And I was listening to Karen, Auntie Karen, that is, from Enchanted Cottage 333. And she had mentioned Tyler and Rich, and I forget which one or both, but she had reached out and emailed one of them, and they gave her the time of day because she kept emailing. So I said, you know what? I'm going to follow suit like my auntie, and I'm going to hit Tyler up because he's sitting here saying that he wants, some celebrity status. He wants the paparazzi following him. He wants to be so big. He don't care if people are talking shit about him. You know why? Because if your name is in their mouth, you're known, whether it's bad or good. And so I really identified with him on that and said, how could we help each other? If it's like, he helps me, then it helps him in return. And how can I convince him of this? So I put a manifestation. I wrote it in here. I called it out that on his live, I would donate, I think it was $4.99. I would hit my friend up and say, can I borrow $10, please? So I could catch his attention. And in my manifestation, I wrote that he would acknowledge it in his read. And you know what? He did acknowledge me. He doesn't acknowledge everybody at that given moment, but he did. And so I had also tossed a banana out that I really wanted to the insects and the animals, which out here, that's a pretty big deal where I'm at because there's not much around. So sacrifice even something that small, it's a big abundance for the little creatures, And so me being broke, only having $1.23 in my account, that was a lot, And so I made that offering. So I wrote it down. I got in the good vibration. I kept that vibration high. I felt it. I tossed that banana out the door in the middle of his live, waiting for him to get to Aquarius. And then, bam, he recognized it. And in that super chat that I gave him, I also put a note asking him to check his email. And in that email, I proposed to him that he pass on my song, to his viewers to support, So hopefully, I can, not hopefully, so I can make action moving forward on getting out of this, I don't know what you would call it, deficit. I don't have the words, but not having the finances pour in yet. The universe in this walkabout that I'm on stripped me down. I'm telling you, materially. I mean, I gave a lot of stuff away, but as guided by the divine, I stopped working for a system that was taking advantage of us as a union carpenter and started gearing towards my spiritual path, which is, part of that is creating that YouTube channel, going after music and doing what I really, really, really love. And so, I took a seriously big pay cut to where I don't have anything in my account. And, I did a lot of work trade, for places to stay here in Hawaii where I'm at. And they were just as bad as these corporations. They're just private, and it's basically modern day slavery out here on this island. And I just refused to sit here and work for these people making pennies. Making $20 an hour is like the best you can do in a lot of circumstances out here, which it's really expensive on this island, so it really ain't shit. And furthermore, I'm providing really good carpentry. I'm looking at the carpentry on their property, and it ain't shit. So I'm like, man, these people just really trying to take advantage. I'd rather sleep outside. I'd rather sleep outside. At least I got a good view a lot of the times. And some nights, got rained on and it sucked. But you know what? I said, this part of the universe stripping me down, because I am the one that's going to have the abundance and the power and not take advantage of it. Distribute the abundance where it should go and really support my people. So I got to walk that gauntlet. I got to walk that path. And you know what? I did it. And I feel like everything's turned around, because right now this cabin I'm in is a friend who went home to the mainland for the holidays and possibly to my birthday, which is February 1st. I'll be 44. And let me use his cabin while he's gone. So blessed. I feel like everything's turning around. Now I can get back on this channel and on my music, really be somewhere stable to heat up tea, warm up tea, and be able to treat my throat and really, get on my energy work and heal myself, with the co-creation of the universe. So anyhow, what a walkabout it's been this whole last year since I got cracked open in August, when I lost my dog, my companion. And I'm here to say it is not easy, but it's a little bit of struggle in the long term of things. When you think of, could I, take this time over the next year, 3 years to, go without a lot of the time to have so much more in the future? Or do I want to keep moving forward in the future, day by day, struggling paycheck to paycheck? And so I said, I'm going to take that pay cut. I'm going to take that pay cut, learn how to heal myself, and pass that information on to you. Lead the twin flamers in this journey and whoever else. But I really realize that's where I'm geared toward, because ever since I've been on the island, man, I've been helping out a lot of people one-on-one with themselves and their twin flame journey. And because simply I'm a bit further in the path and just shining the light behind me and saying, hey, yo, break left or break right. Whoa, you might face this. This is how I handled it, type of approach. So just in short, to give you what my understanding of this twin flame journey is, how I see it, because I'm really at a good point, I feel, in it, where I actually, I've dropped the whole idea of connecting with my twin flame, and I'm going to get to that in another video, possibly tomorrow, to just update you guys on my path from when it started to where I am now. But where I am now is in a really beautiful place. See, the twin flame, I feel like, is a prearranged marriage, okay, where it's like, for me, we bumped into each other and it's kind of like, I don't know, she was definitely way, like, into me. Not that I wasn't to her, but I just came out of some shit. And as it turns out, she's still playing games and doing all that kind of, bullshit. And I realized I was more so in her life to bring balance, and she was, there to still teach me lessons. So what I see a twin flame is being a mirror, a soulmate, and a karmic, all like wrapped into one, I would say, right? Not just one or the other. And then I met my soulmate just as some tarot readers of mine said I would. They said, if the twin flame wasn't getting it, together, along would come our soulmate and everything would just stop. Magical sense. Everything around us stopped moving, just us. And that's exactly what it was like. It felt really good, because now what I was meeting was my soulmate who matched my energy, not my twin flame soulmate who was my mirror, and not as in the current sense. Sometimes in the current sense, we had so many similarities and so many differences as twin flames have. But this was someone who was now in the energy of all the work that I had done on myself, and it felt good. It felt good, so good to finally meet somebody that was what I hear people talk about, like when they meet me and my energy and how they miss my energy, and that's how I would miss hers. And I would call her in, and I could call her in, but I couldn't call in my stubborn twin flame worth of nothing. But this individual, I could call her in, and like in a half hour, I would see her. We'd cross paths on the island. But there was still this like reservation, like the universe will say, not yet, like your twin flame still has a window, it's closing. And I'm just like, fuck that, like whatever. This feels good, and I'm rolling with this. If my twin flame don't want to get it together, it's been so long, she's been so toxic that I can let this one go this lifetime. And so I wanted to pursue my soulmate, but then my twin flame kept asking me, hey, you're going to come to Colombia, you're going to come to Colombia, please come to Colombia. And I'm like, yeah, maybe, and then I said, okay, yeah, I'll come do the, come through and do some work towards the movement I've been getting, kind of killed a few birds with two stones, see if we can really be cool, be friends. And, just in short, like I said, I'll say that for another video. Man, it was totally fucked up. I saw a lot of beautiful things that, it was kind of hard because I got to experience some great things, but it came at a price. And anyhow, I came back to the island and, refocused and started bumping back into my soulmate again. And so it's been great. What I will say this, though, is what I'm learning through this soulmate is that this whole third party thing, lesson, that has been a big issue. And I look back at all my life, and I'm always attracting these people who, one or both people in the couple are attracted to me. And so, and I'm not down with third parties. One relationship with one person is enough to handle, when you really give it the nurturing that it deserves and the attention that it deserves. But I would still, someone want to come embrace me, I embrace them, but I realized I would, be catching these feelings and not shutting them down energetically, but not really moving forward on them physically. So I didn't really see the harm. And then when I met this soulmate, I said, oh, okay, I'm sensing that she's got someone. This is why it's not really quite coming together. Like maybe she has another twin flame. And so I had a lot of patience with it. And then I started asking around, and people like, oh yeah, no, her ex. So I'm like, okay, cool, she's got an ex, but I felt energetically she's still tied. So I felt guilty. Like, every time we meet, we just embrace and have these long, like, intimate connections and hugs, and to where people are like, what's going on here? And I'm not gonna lie, I would sit here and be like, okay, does she hug me differently than other people? Because she is clearly a healer too, and she passes off just great energy to everybody as I see myself. And it felt good to have an interest that was dispersing this love, to the community, and not feel like they were, doing it in a lustful way, or crossing lines of, I guess a partnership, even though, for all I know, she wasn't in a partnership. So, longer story short, I hadn't seen her in a while, and then I did, and it was just like there was a new, like, just this extra, like, enhancement to how she felt about me. Like, she had been waiting to see me too, and it was just a great Saturday at the Saturday market, and we embraced a few times. It's funny watching people catch our eye, because I'm sure there's a lot of jealousies on both sides, for me and her, people who are envious and not supportive because they want one or the other. This is how people do. But long story short, asked her again. I said, I really got to get to the bottom of this because I think this is what's holding me up. So I got to the bottom of it, and I asked her some questions that kind of painted her into a corner to answer because everyone else is getting this information. And I found out that her partner or ex moved to the island like a month ago. And I was like, damn, because it seemed like she was debating whether or not to go there, to where the ex was living and handle some things, or go on a trip to Kauai with me and my friends. And so that importance really like triggered something. And so again, I started asking around, and everyone's like, yeah, no, but I don't think she's into him. I don't think she's into him. And I'm like, okay, but I would still kind of be trespassing, once I learn. I just got to learn if they are something or not. And so I asked, and I found out, well, there is. And I was like, that's what it is. It's this third party shit. Like, I keep doing it to my fucking self. Like, I keep doing it to myself. And so with the full moon that we just had, I released it energetically, in the sense of like, hoping and wishing, that we could be something, and just looking for guidance on it, and then let her know how I felt. Because I'd kept, we were just like energetically based as far as communication, but it was like enough said. There really wasn't a need for words at the moment, but now there was a need for vocal communication or verbal communication. And so I texted her, let her know how I was feeling, because I didn't even know if it was confirmed that she even liked women, but the way she would hold on to me and linger in the embrace, and kind of sway and public, and just look at me, I figured, no, she gotta be, I'm not here by myself. And my circles, they're small, and based on my own reads and my tarot readers reads, I know for a fact she's gotta be into me. So she's gotta be that soulmate that they're talking about, because there's nobody else that's a prospect at this time. So the response I got was like the most caring response that I've had from any female. Females I found usually really want to tear you apart, even if they care for you. They want to be chased, and want to see your pain and your tears to know that you care about them. And she handled me with so much care. She showed so much appreciation for the words that I shared, but yet told me that she, as she put it, she cannot be the one to show up for me at this time, that I was correct, that she was sorting through a lot of things right now. And so that was like another hard one, because I was like, in that message, in so many ways, it felt like she was saying, yeah, I like you, I just can't really say it now because I now have a partner. And so I'm like, I can't trespass. I can't keep showing the universe that I will trespass in the slightest way. Never have I physically, but just that energetically. And so lo and behold, I just let her know that I'm going to leave it up to her, to come, to me, And so I saw her the following weekend, or actually like the day before Christmas. Sorry. And I think she was with her partner, but quite interesting because she did not introduce me to her partner, and they're not living together. So they were. So I feel like she is loyal enough to call or refer to this individual as her partner, but they've since separated living quarters, from my understanding. So with that, I ain't gonna lie, I had kind of a little bit of hope in there, but I do feel like I can let it go. I just know that the next relationship I'm looking for will embrace that energy. Not that my twin flame doesn't have it, but my twin flame wanted to show me that in little bits and pieces and not fully get vulnerable with me. So whether it's there or not doesn't matter in the long run when it comes down to saving yourself and your energy. for anybody. And so at this time, I'm just saving my energy for myself. But I have met someone that has reminded me of the love that I deserve and the energy and energetic exchange that I want, and that I will not sacrifice any of that coming to me by way of a third party or anything. So that's that. I know that took a bit, but yeah, I'm gonna do another video just to, you know, so these videos could become shorter and catch everybody up to speed on my twin flame journey, so you guys can see where you resonate and where you might have confirmation or things to kind of just be aware of, you know, if you cross similar paths in your own journey and said, you know, Valkyrin. Also, my channel's under Aquarium Love 777. But that Valkyrin said this happened to her. This is kind of looking similar, you know. So maybe I need to break right, you know. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this update. Sorry I've been gone so long. I just took on a lot of projects simultaneously at once, and they're all coming to fruition slowly but surely. If you can, you do have the support. A squeaky wheel doesn't get heard and a closed mouth doesn't get fed. And so if you do have the support to provide, I'm on Venmo at ValleyCat, VALLEY, space capital KAT. Or you can catch me on Cash App, and that is at ValleyCat, same 7, and that's at Cash App. So ValleyCat, VALLEYKAT 7, and I will post those in the description just to make sure you guys have the same, the accurate name that it's listed under. Any support is greatly appreciated and welcomed. Times are hard out here. I appreciate the love, and I will see you guys soon.